Okay, let's go to number 22. The effective voltage across a circuit element is 20 plus J10 volts, and the effective current through the element is 4 minus J3 amperes. Calculate the reactive power taken by the element. So we have here the apparent power. S. S in terms of vector equivalent is equal to the voltage E times the current, then conjugate. So this is conjugate of I. So that will be, the result will be power plus n minus or j plus n minus jq. Okay. So for positive, that is a bar lagging. For negative, that will be bars leading. So do not be confused between the sign conventions of the current and the apparent power. Okay. So the apparent power S is equivalent to the voltage 20 plus J10 times the conjugate of the current 4 minus J3. Conjugate. Okay. To get the conjugate of a certain vector quantity, say A plus JB, you are going to get the conjugate. Just simply multiply the imaginary part by negative. This will be A minus JB. For A minus JB, the conjugate will be A plus JB. Then for polar, R angle theta, the conjugate will be R angle negative theta. For R angle negative theta, if you get the conjugate, that will be R angle theta. Okay, so applying here, 20, actually your calculator has a conjugate function, plus 10J times shift complex 2, the conjugate here 2, CONGG, 2, 4 minus 3I, so no need to put asterisk. So we have here the conjugate I. So the result is 50 plus 100. So 50 watts plus J 100 bars. Okay, 50 watts plus 100 bars. So the power is 50. So that will be, since this is positive, so lagging. So makikita naman natin sa current negative J siya. So therefore, we will choose A. Next, 23. A 110 volt AC line feeds two circuits in parallel. The currents are 2.2 minus J 6.5 amperes, then The other one is 1.8 minus J 3.5 amperes. The power consumed by the two circuits is approximately equal to blank. So for parallel circuit, it will also follow the conditions for the parallel DC circuits. So we have here the total current, then we have here I1, the current at the first branch, then I2, that is the current at the second branch. This is 110, this is usually set as the reference, so angle 0. So the problem is asking for the total power consumed, that is the real part of the apparent power. So first you get the total current, so that will be the vector sum of I1 and I2. So I1 is equal to 2.2 minus J 6.5 plus 1.8, then minus J 3.5, 2.2 minus 6.5J plus 1.8 minus 3.5J. So minus J. So therefore, the total apparent power is equivalent to ET times the conjugate of IT. IT conjugate. So IT conjugate will be equal to 4 plus J10. So this will be 110 times 4 plus J10. The result will be 440 watts plus 110 times 4 plus 10J, 440 plus J, 1100 bars. So therefore, the power is equivalent to 440 watts. So letter B. Number 24. Find the average power in a resistance of 10 ohms if the current in series form is I 10 sine omega t plus 5 sine 3 omega t plus 2 sine 5 omega t amperes. So first, you compute for the IRMS. Squared. So that will be IM 1 squared plus IM2 squared. So ito yung IM1, IM2, then IM5 or IM3. That will be 2 squared, then divided by 2. So this will be square root of 2. The value of IRMS squared is 10 squared plus 5 squared plus 2 squared, then divided by 2. So 129 over 2 ampere squared. So the power, the average power can be computed as IRMS squared multiplied by the resistance R. So that will be 129 over 2. So that is already squared. So we will retain that. 129 all over 2 times 10. So that is equivalent to 129 divided by 2 times 10 is equal to 645 watts. So this will be letter B. Next, the current through an inductor with an inductance of 1 millihenry is given as IT. That is 0.010 sine 10 to the 60A what is the voltage across this inductor? So for an inductor, the value of EL is L times DI. L is 1 millihenry, 1 times 10 to the negative 3 times the derivative of the current 0.010 times sine of 10 to the 60 with respect to t. 1 times 10 to the negative 3 times 0.01 times the coefficient of t, because that is the derivative of 10 to the 60 is 10 to the 6. Then the derivative of sine is cosine. The angle 10 to the 60 volts. Simplifying, we have 1 exponent negative 3 times 0.01 times 10 to the 6. So that will be 10 times cosine 10 to the 60 volts. So this was given September 2016 as a board exam problem. So 10 cosine 10 to the 60. Next, the capacitance, positive reactance XC of a circuit varies inversely as the capacitance C of the circuit. If the capacitance of a certain circuit is decreased by 25%, by what percentage will XC change? So the capacitive reactance XC this is computed as 1 over 2 pi times the frequency times the capacitance. So therefore, X is inversely proportional to that of C. So we have XC1 is equal to 1 over C1 K. Then XC2 is equal to K 1 over C2. So XC2 over XC1 will be equal to C1 over C2. If the capacitance of a certain circuit is decreased by 25%, so the original is C1, C2 will become, it will decrease by 25%, so 1 minus 0.25 times C2. So XC2 all over XC1 is equal to 4 over 3. Of C1. So this will be 1.333. Okay. So there is an increase of 33 and 13%. 1 over 0.75 is 4 over 3. So there is an increase of 33.33%. Ito yan. So take note of the formula for XC. That is 1 over 2 pi times the frequency times the capacitance. So ohms pa rin ito. C is the capacitance. F frequency. So as the frequency changes, the capacitance and inductance of course will be affected or will change. So anyway, the same, the choices has no restriction, like it is stated as leading or lagging. So we will use the impedance triangle. The impedance triangle, this is the resistance, so 20 ohms. Then we have here the reactance of 30 ohms. What is the power factor? Okay. So the power factor can be computed as cosine theta or R divided by Z. Ito yung Z. So based sa given, we can already get the value of theta. We can use the tangent function. Tangent function, so katawa, that will be tangent theta is equal to the opposite x, so over R. That is 30 over 20. So the value of theta is equivalent to arctangent of 30 over 20. So the value of the angle will be shift tangent at 30 divided by 20. So 56.31 degrees. So therefore, the power factor is equal to cosine of that angle. Cosine 56.31 degrees is equivalent to cosine of 56.31 degrees. So that will be 0.55. So letter B. This is the impedance triangle. The opposite side of theta is X. The adjacent side is R, resistance. And the hypotenuse is the impedance. Next, resistance of 30 ohms is in series with an inductance of 30 millihenries. What is the frequency in hertz? So that the power factor angle is 60 degrees lagging. So we have series RL, So to involve the value of L, we need the value of XL. This is the inductive reactance. So the value is 2 pi times the frequency times the inductance. The value of F is the frequency. In hertz. So the impedance triangle is similar to that of the triangle a while ago. So this will be a theta, that is 60 degrees already. This is XL, and then we have the resistance is 30 ohms. Okay, so using tangent theta is equal to XL over 30 degrees or R, 30 ohms. So therefore, what is XL? 30 times tangent of 60 degrees. 30 times tangent of 60 degrees is equivalent to 51.96 ohms. So with that value of XL, what should be the frequency? So using this equation, XL is 51.96 ohms is equivalent to 2 pi times the frequency, which is unknown, times L, inductance, that is 30 times 10 to the negative 3. So the value of the frequency will be equal to 51.96 divided by 2 divided by pi divided by 30 exponent negative 3, that is milli. So 276 approximately, 276 hertz. So that will be letter D. Number 29, the current in a series circuit of R 10 ohms and L, that is 60 millihenries, lags the applied voltage by 80 degrees. What is the impedance in ohms? So ito pa rin yung theta, yung given dyan, 80 degrees. Then R is 10. Then we have Z. Then we have XL. So what is the impedance in rectangular form? So this is the magnitude of Z, then angle 80 degrees. So the magnitude of Z, we have cosine 80 degrees is equal to R divided by Z, that is 10 over Z. So the value of Z is equivalent to 10 over cosine 80 degrees. 10 divided by cosine of 80 degrees, that is 57.588. 57.588 volts. So that will be 57.588. Then angle 80 degrees. Z is equivalent to 57.588 angle 80 degrees. So 10 plus J, 56.713 ohms. So letter B. Number 30. What are the two elements in a series circuit connection having a current voltage that is I 13.42 sine 500t minus 53.4 degrees and B is 150 sine 500t plus 10 degrees. So yung IRMS, so 13.42 over square root of 2 angle negative 53.4 degrees. Then VRMS is equal to 150 over square root of 2. Then angle 10 degrees. The impedance Z is equal to, according to Ohm's law, VRMS divided by IRMS. VRMS 150 over square root of 2, angle 10 degrees, divided by 13.42 over square root of 2, then angle negative 53.4 degrees. So square root of 2 can be cancelled. The impedance will be 150 angle 10 and divided by 13.42 angle negative 53.4 degrees. So that will be 5 plus J 9.994. So based on this is R. This will be positive J. Since that is positive, that is XL. Okay? So yung Z is R plus JXL. JRL. JRC. So R minus JXC. So the unknown element is a resistance of 5 ohms and an inductance of blank. So XL is equivalent to the imaginary part, 9.994. Again, the imaginary part or the XL is equivalent to 2 pi times the frequency times L, wherein 2 pi f is 500. So therefore, L is equivalent to 9.994 over 500. So approximately equal to 9.994 divided by 500. So that is times 1 exponent 3. That will be approximately equal to 20 millihenries. So 5 ohms and 20 millihenries. So letter D. So next is 20 millihenries and 5 ohms. Next is